My one take for today. We about to find out what that one take is for today. So we're gonna see what it is. Check 1 2 1 2. Okay, there we go. There we go. There we go. So listen. I've been in this business for a long time. And I come across a lot of interesting people in a lot of interesting companies. I talk about companies. I talk about how their recruiter process is, and yeah, that's what I do. And I talk to a lot of drivers that had issues with their companies, and I'm sitting here. I'm sitting here thinking that there's a lot of trucking companies out here that's literally refusing qualified drivers for whatever reason. Now, if you're a new driver and you get into a situation, you get terminated for it, you get let go, and you try to go to another company to, get your experience, then that company is going to look at you like, well, no, we can't bring you on because you got terminated for a safety reason. And you look at that and you be like, okay, no problem. Well, you can come back to us. Okay. You can come back to us later on after you have maybe about 6 or 7 months to a year of safe driving experience. But what I'm getting at is, why would I come back to you 6 or 7 months later after the company already gave me the opportunity to drive for them because you told me no? You told me no. Well, maybe we're one of those companies that you really want to get with. And we're happy to bring you on because you wanted to get with us first. Again, man, there's a lot of companies out here that's refusing qualified drivers. Drivers that's been driving for, I don't know, a handful of years, and they got some issues on their DAC report, on their PSP. But some of the issues that's on their DAC report literally is like years ago. And in 2024, you looking at what happened to that driver back in 2019, 2018. The driver been driving successfully since then. But yet you're going to look at the driver's DAC report and say, hey, we can't bring you on because you have just too many accidents. Well, think about this. The last accidents was 5-6 years ago. Five, 6 years ago. And what I tell you guys to check your DAC reports, check them. Because companies be putting bullshit on your DAC report all the time. Get this. Driver calls up a company, fills out the application process go through, only for that recruiter to call that driver back and say, hey, we won't be able to qualify you because a black ops company put a abandonment on your DAC report. And that driver tells me, he said, wait a minute. What do you mean? What? Now, let me let you guys know that this driver has been driving for, I don't know, 8, 9, 10, 12 years. This is 2024. The situation with that black ops company, I don't know when he told me, he was like, that happened several years ago. Now, mind you, he's a qualified driver, been driving for a long time, been driving safe, haven't had no issues, have a clean PSP, clean inspection, maybe a couple of knickknacks here and there, but nothing major. Haven't had no accidents. Well, I think he had one. But the company didn't fire him for that accident, though. He was still driving for that company. He was still driving for that company. So here he is. He got, I don't know, all those years, good driving. Only to find out that the company that he applied for won't bring him on because of a black ops company. Said a bold-faced lie. Said that he abandoned the truck. He said, Lockout. I said, what's up, man? He said, I didn't abandon that truck, man. I dropped that truck off at the shop. Told Weekend Dispatch that I dropped the truck off at the shop. Made sure that they knew that I dropped the truck off at the shop. Put the keys up under the seat, told them where to find the truck, went on about my business. I come to find out in 2024 that this company put an abandonment on my DAC report, bruh. And he asked me, he said, hey, how do you get that off? I've been asked that question many a times, and to this day, I don't know. You can probably go to hirerite.com and look, see if there's a way to contest it. But this is years ago, though. Have you've been driving ever since, right? Yeah. Qualified drivers is being refused by companies for something that happened damn near 10 years ago. How long you been driving for the current company? About 5. Why you want to leave? Well, they just they're a good company, but I'm just capped at where I'm at, And I'm not just saying that I'm coming to you and asking you, what's the best companies out here, because I don't know. But he says he just wanted to let everybody know that good qualified drivers are not being, are being refused by these companies out here that claims that they need drivers to drive for them. That's why you got to be careful. You got to know what's on your DAC report before you even fill out an application, because you don't want to be blindsided with information that you didn't even know. Go to hirerate.com. Fill out that application to get your DAC report. Now, again, a lot of these companies don't even use the DAC report because a lot of these companies comes to realize that these BS black op companies will just put anything on your DAC report and just messes you up. That's why you got to like be real careful. Like if you're driving for a company and you had some issues with that company, just know that those issues with that company is going to show up on your DAC report after you leave them. You had an accident. Was it a DOT recordable? Best believe it's going to be on that DAC report. Well, DOT recordables is going to be on your PSP regardless. It's going to be on there. I'm just saying. But qualified drivers that's looking to, see if there's other better opportunities out there, because right now it's garbage. The market is not marketing right now. 50 cents a mile, 55 cents a mile, 60 cents a mile, 40 cents a mile. We got to drive up in the Northeast because that's where the freight is at. We got a terminal in Maine. Ask the question, all right, if you want me to drive in the Northeast, what's the difficulty level? Okay. What's the difficulty level of backing in the places where we go to? And let me ask you this. Do we go to a warehouse or a distribution center? Because there is a difference. Because up in the Northeast, you talking about getting hemmed up as a new driver in the Northeast. You see all those videos, right? You could go into TikTok, you see them all. Driver trying to make a tight turn and tears up a car. Tears up a fire hydrant. Tears up a lamppost. Because you got a driver that's going up into the Northeast. Let them know where you're going to, because if these is your regular quote unquote clients, then you know what type of backing situation they're going to get into, right? You know that. So if a driver calls you up and be like, yeah, we want you to go up in the Northeast, that's where majority of our freight, and the driver asks you, okay, so what's the percentage of difficulty up in the Northeast? Well, unfortunately, we don't know. Oh, okay, all right. Ask them that. But it's messed up out here, man. It really is. I talked to a few drivers. I got a female driver that had a hard time. I don't know her situation right now, but she was driving, got let go, tried to get with different companies and all like that, and they wouldn't bring her on for whatever reason. And it's just making it hard. She's a qualified driver. She's been driving for like 7-8 years. No, in her situation, she had no accidents. I don't know how her PSP is, but I can imagine it's pretty good. Maybe being out of Florida will probably be a setback, but not as much of a setback. But, hopefully she's, back in the swing of things. My prayers and everything goes out to her. I have another female friend. You guys may know her. She goes by Shape World. She just recently did a live feed about the company that she got with. And for some odd reason, it just didn't work out. And then she had to turn back around and go back to the company she just left. Another female, another female that I talked to in the background. She had some issues with her company, and she left, and it's just that all of us qualified drivers out here is just finding it hard to find something substantial because the company want to use some BS that's on your DAC report from years ago. Knee for knee in the building was good. Mike, what are you talking about? Well, I'm talking, so pay attention, my man. Pay attention. Brown-eyed trucker, I haven't seen you in a hot minute. What's going on? And Clinton, hey, what's good, bro? Even having a deer striking your truck is used against you. Yeah, that's crazy. I heard about that too. Especially, hey, look, listen, deer guards. If you guys get a truck with a deer guard, man, gotta love a deer guard. I hit 2 of them. Deer guard, brother. Never leave home without them. But situations that happened in your past is hindering you in the future. But you're looking for a qualified driver company. They're here. You're looking for a qualified driver. You have them to fill out the IntelliLink. You fill out the IntelliLink. They send in all the information. They even put their situations that they had on the IntelliLink, only for you to come back and tell them of situations that they had years ago. Excuse me, but did you realize that you had an incident back in 2018? Huh? Yeah, 2018. Can you tell me about that in 2018? 2018, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Bro, that's 6 years ago. I thought I saw somewhere on the website when I filled out the application that you guys says within the last 3. You can't have an accident or a moving violation, a couple of moving I think it's like no more than 2 preventable accidents and no more than 2 violations or violations in the last 3 years. Bro, why are you going back all the way to 2018, guy? Am I missing something here? Because I could have sworn on your application it says no more than this, that, and the third within the last 3 years. The last 3 years is 2021, not 2018. Oh, well, it's because of the severity of the accident. Yeah, I know. Trust me. We know, us drivers, we're drivers. We know what the severities out here. Half of these people is lucky to be here after an accident, especially if it's an accident that they didn't cost. I'm just saying. Qualified companies are refused. No, my fault. Qualified drivers are being refused by these companies. And then I sat and thought to myself, now, drivers that's in, situations, I see why. I see why now that they're getting, they getting taken advantage of at these black ops companies, because trucking companies are refusing them. And only a black ops freaking company would take them. Oh, well, you can't go nowhere else, driver. Don't worry, driver. We won't look at your DAC report. Oh, okay. Don't worry about that, driver. We got you. We got you. And then something happened. Crazy things happen. And you end up on some bonehead trucker's website because you have to drive for a freaking black ops company that's running you ragged. All because all these, it's funny. I talked to a driver yesterday, and I told him who I was. He was like, "Oh man, Lockout. Okay, yeah, I'm familiar with you. I peep you out on your podcast and everything." I was like, "Yeah." He was like, he was telling me that all these companies out here, every last one of them, like when you put your name out there in the wind, you go on these trucking websites and you let them know that you're looking for a freaking job, man, they will light up your freaking phone like crazy. They will light you up. You'll get a phone call from U.S. Express, Western, Trans Am, Hirschbach. You'll get a phone call from all of these mega carriers, Warner, Trans Am, all these rail mega carriers, U.S. Express, Knight, Dart, all these mega carriers that's like, hey, we hear that you're looking for a job. Here, come work with us. It's like rolling out the red carpet, only to walk on the red carpet all the way up to the door, and they say, we can't let you in. You was the right candidate at first, but then when we see a little bit more about you, you're not the candidate we're looking for. Y'all called me. I didn't call you. Y'all called me. Driver with X amount of years. I'm qualified. Ain't the stigma of the truck driver is that he will always have a job with the CDL? Ain't that the stigma what people tell these people when they come in with their coming in for their CDL? Everybody will say that. Hey, you'll always have a job if you have your CDL. Okay. Tell me why it's hard for a qualified driver to get another driving job after some shit happened on with the company that you was with in the past. Y'all using that shit against them. Think about it, man. Oh, you will always have a job if you get your CDL. Oh, okay. I could probably honestly say that back in maybe the 2010s, that would have been a thing. It would have been a thing. Let's be honest. Let's not cap. It would have been a thing. Bro got fired from job on Friday. He'll be at a new job on Monday. That was a thing back in 2010. But now, don't have no look. In order for these upper echelon of trucking companies will bring you on, you damn near have to have a clean DAC report, a clean PSP report. Never mind something always going on in the world of travel. Somebody hitting somebody. Somebody running over a freaking deer animal somewhere. Somebody's ending up in the ditch. Somebody going to make that wrong turn on the left or the wrong turn on the on the right and get the trailer stuck in the ditch. Never mind all of that. Never mind a rookie goes to Upper New York or Bronx or one of the boroughs and had to back off the street in a tight dock and God forbid hits a fence, maybe hits the what do you call those awnings, hit another truck. God forbid all of that. Nah, y'all, that happened years ago, and y'all still using that against them today. But yet you have on your website, oh, we only go back 3 years, 2 years. That ain't true. RGB was good, man. He said he agreed. Thank you very much. Kevin O'Neill, they caused the problem to roll out automatic trucks. I'm hearing. Look, automatic truck is going to need an operator, right? I mean, if you're going in to operate a automatic truck, would they look at your background for that? I mean, let's put it in brass tacks. So you had an accident in 2017, 2016. You go to a company that drives, that has automatic trucks looking for an operator. Is you going to look at the accident that I had back in 2017, 2016 to operate an automatic truck because your truck is driving by itself, sir? Oh, well, you had too many accidents. Wait. Your truck is driving by itself. I'm not driving the truck. I'm just there because you need a body in the truck. Come on now. You need a body in the truck. I could be in the back seat in the sleeper. You just need a body in the truck. What's up, Jonathan? I just got on with US Express Walmart dedicated in New Caney, Texas. Yo. Hey, I think my female friend got on with New Caney as well, man. You know what? Listen, I fuss with New Caney. If y'all seen that Walmart video I did way back in the day with US Express with New Caney, I fuss with New Caney, man. I think New Caney, Texas is the only Walmart dedicated that I would honestly would mess with. I made money. I kid you not. I made money with Walmart dedicated. If you grind, you will make some money. You will make some money with Walmart. Benton, OTR is phasing out the drivers. The American drivers are the first to be phased out. That's a good point, Benton. They trying to save money, man. They really are. They're trying to save money. But what I'm talking about is us drivers, us qualified drivers, man. Us qualified drivers that's being refused and had to end up going with BS trucking companies just to make it. You know, back in the day, they said you don't even have to drive semi trucks, but I did my research. It's not that many. It's not that many companies that's looking for CDL drivers. With CDLs, you are able to drive the construction vehicles. Where's that at in the job field? Because every time I type in CDL, I see nothing but trucks. CDLA drivers want it. CDLA drivers, CDLA truck drivers want it. I don't see no CDLA dig a hole want it. I don't see that. Even though everybody is being told, yo, your CDL is good for everything. Really? I'm doing my research. My eyes is open. My eyes is open, man. I see what you guys is talking about. I see it. I see what you guys is talking about. We can't sleep. What? We shouldn't sleep on none of this stuff that's going on, man, because it's hard. Companies is just saying just about anything. They saying any and everything to bring you on. But then when you fill out the application, give them the open that they need to find out your background, only to find out that you're not qualified because of a situation that happened bumfuck years ago. SuperEgo called me earlier, and I never tried to apply with them or contact recruiting. You know what, I see why, and we all trip about SuperEgo. We all trip about it. My channel is pretty much grown from it, and still growing this day because I still got SuperEgo content that's coming out. But I see why SuperEgo is where they at now. I'm looking at it this way. All the drivers that probably had issues that couldn't get in with regular trucking companies had no choice but to get on with SuperEgo to take care of their family. A driver, 5 years, probably had I don't know, an accident. He's still able to drive, and he drove 4 years with no problem. He comes, put in the application with Rail. He fills out the IntelliLink. And I think Rail is one of those companies that only goes back like 2 years or something like that. So he didn't even put the accident on there because it was, they said it was 2 years. Maybe he should have put it on there. I'm a bit proponent of if they don't ask, don't tell. I'm a bit proponent of that. Hey, Lockout, I got a cell phone ticket, but it don't show up on my PSP, or it don't show up on my my MVR. Should I tell them? No. Why? Why give up? Why give up? Why give up voluntary information? Well, maybe they'll find. Well, let them find out. About time they find out, you'll still be working there. I honestly don't think they're gonna, especially if you're a good driver. And we'll touch on that part in a minute. But if you're a good driver, no problems. We're gonna touch on that too. And you do what you're supposed to do. You get your stuff there on time and all like that. I honestly don't think they're going to come back and say, well, we found out that you have a cell phone ticket from 1995. Okay. Are you going to get rid of me after driving here for over a year or two? Yeah, I that's just me. I mean, you could do what you want. Don't take no advice from me. Please don't. No. I'm the wrong person on this platform to be giving some advice, man. No, don't. I'll just give you what I would do. But I'm not giving you no advice. Do what you want to do. I mean, that's what y'all gonna do anyway. Do what you want to do. But let's touch on being a good driver. Let's touch on being a loyal driver. Let's touch on being an accountable driver. Let's touch on that. You're an accountable driver. You take responsibility for everything that you have done, everything that you have did. You put your loyalties in a company that tells you that they're not going to pay you no more than what they're going to pay you going forward. That's kind of crazy, right? So I had this driver hit me up in the text message. You guys could text me. The channel number is in the description. Y'all could text me. But he says, I'm working out with this company, and I got a raise. And they told me that it was the final raise that they was going to give me with the company. He said that the company told him that he was at the top tier of what the company is what he making with the company. So I says, how much you make it? He ain't going into detail about that, and I respect him for it. But he just said, I'm making good money, but I could be making better money. Because at the same time, this company comes back and tells me that the company is growing. They're bringing on new drivers. They're bringing in new trucks. They're opening more terminals. And I'm over here like, why don't they just take the additional money and invest it in the drivers that they already got there? But hey, I'm not the company owner, so I don't know. No, I don't know. I mean, in one side of the neck, the company going to tell this guy, we're growing, we're making more money, we're opening up more terminals, and we're bringing in new trucks. And then the other side of the neck, you're not making no more money with us. The money that you're making now is the money that you're going to make forever. What you do in that situation? What you do in that situation? You put your loyalties in this company only for the company to turn around and slap you in the face hard and send you some messages talking about that their clients, their customers is more important than the drivers that they got working for the company. I said, what? What do you do? And you got situations on your back. So you're stuck. And I know a lot of you guys in the comment section is going to come and say, hey, you won't be stuck. Why don't you buy your own truck? Bro, this is, you know, these aren't guys that have money. These not rich guys that could just waltz into a leasing agent and say, hey, I want a $100,000 truck. These guys are at a medium. You gotta save. Ain't that what you tell us? Go work for a company, save up your money, and then buy a truck. But how can you do that if the company is messing with your money? Oh, well, what? Go and pull out a loan? That's even worse. Freight rates is fucked up right now, bro. Don't y'all see my community posts? Of Florida to bumfuck somewhere for $1,000 over 2,000 miles. Over 2,000 miles, right? $4,000. Hell, fuel and cost would eat that up, bro. Hey man, can we get a better rate? This is 2,000 miles for $1,000, bro. This is a $3,000+ load right here, man. Come on, what you doing? No, I can go 50. 50? $1,050 for over a 2,000-mile load, and that's what you guys be telling us. Going buy your own truck, you wouldn't have to worry about it. You do have to worry about it. You got to worry about bumfuck brokers, fuel, cost of running a fucking truck, insurance, because you do got to have a multi-million-dollar insurance policy in order to run a truck. We got to pay all of that. This ain't the 60s. This ain't the 50s. This ain't even the early 90s. And, of course, you all get mad at the people that take cheap freight. Do y'all blame them? Maybe. I don't know. I'm not an owner. So I can't blame nobody at this point. All I can blame is trucking companies refusing qualified drivers because of their past. Everybody deserves a second chance, right? My favorite trucker channel. Thank you very much, Ash. Thank you. Ron in the building. Yo. Big bro, what's going on? I'm in Gathering, Oklahoma. The Valerio, where you guys is at. I'm chilling. I'm right here. Just got my CDL. Everyone here, I'm calling is saying I need 6 months experience. Even mega carriers are saying this. Yeah, man, it's like I said before, Orlando, and thanks for stopping by, man. It's like I said before, bro. It's not a driver's market no more. When I came, I guess you could say I came in on the tail end of it. I came in on 2015. I came in when they were still begging. I'm talking begging drivers to come and work for them. You had all these companies just fighting over you, bruh. Hey, we'll give you 10 cents. Oh, we'll give you 20. We'll give you 30. We'll give you a sign-on bonus for $5,000, sir. Hey, how's that paid out? Oh, at $100 a month for the next bumfuck years. But at least you get $100 every month. No, I wouldn't get $100 every month, recorder. Wait, sir. What do you mean? Because that $100 is tax, man. So instead of $100 a month, I'm getting $60 a month. Uncle Sam got to take his cut out of my freaking bonus, right? I always say that should be separated. I honestly do. Every time I looked at my settlement when I was with US Express / J&R Schwugel, and I used to have the bonus, it would be like driver, miles, and then bonus, and then gross, and then net after taxes. Why is my $100 bonus is in with my taxable income? Shouldn't that be non-tax because it's a bonus? I don't want to pay Uncle Sam my bonus. What I need to pay Uncle Sam $40 of my $100 for, bruh? If that's the case, I'm not even getting the full $5,000 that you guys promised me. No one is really trying to hire on a large scale right now. Nope. They're not. And they're using everything in their power to not bring you on. But again, qualified drivers that's been driving for a long time, looking to make a change, but only getting hemmed up because of their background. Some of which is fabricated. Let's talk about it, right? Fabricated. Yeah, I said it. Fabricated. That's a word. I don't know. I'm going to use it. Fabricated. You work for this black ops company. Didn't go well. You decide to quit. And you do everything right. You take pictures and everything of that matter, right? And you drop the truck off at a designated area, only to find out years later, oh, that's an abandonment. A what? What? How was that an abandonment after I told them where the truck was at? At their yard in bumfuck somewhere. That's crazy. And even they don't ask. They do ask lie. Yeah. Loyalty don't pay in trucking. Not anymore. You see all these you see all these newfound TikTokers that's coming on, all these new drivers. Shout out to the new drivers. I like y'all. I like how y'all just come on here and just ball cap everything. Hey, I make this amount of money. Hey, I love this company. This company is the best company, man. Yeah. Do something wrong and see how fast that they'll turn their backs on you. And then you will be right here. I'm like Thanos, sitting down. I'll be right here waiting for you. Because I am the channel that listens. I am the channel that shares your story. But at one point, you was all gung-ho about the company. Yeah, I was. I was that driver. I used to promote this company, say how good this company is, say how good this company was to me at one point. But what happened? Well, me and my fleet manager, we just didn't see eye to eye. There you go. I rest my case. It's not always about the company, right? I always say if you don't have a good repertoire, I said this for years. If you don't have a good repertoire with your fleet manager, your time with the company is going to fucking suck. And eventually, one point or another, you is going to be that freaking fall guy. You didn't have no problem with your fleet managers of old or dispatchers of old. Didn't have a problem with dispatcher A, didn't have a problem with dispatcher B, C, D, E, F, and freaking G. But when H brings his ass into the picture and you thought H was this awesome dispatcher, mind you, you didn't have nothing to do with him though. You ain't had nothing to do with that dispatcher throughout your whole duration with the company, right? No, you didn't. You didn't. You ain't had no problems with dispatcher A, B, C, D, E, F. But when H comes around, it's a fucking problem. It's a problem. Everything that you was doing before H, everybody was good with. All your dispatchers was good with. Hey, you go down this route right here, not a problem. As long as you got the load on time. Have you ever had a problem have you ever had a problem with that? No. But it's a problem now. Instead of going down I-80, you should have went down 70. Well, why you didn't assess the route? Why you didn't assess the route? How do that driver knows that he's quote unquote out of freaking route? Or how did that driver knows to make, what they should have did was take this road over to this road and they would have made it up to that road instead of taking the road that the driver assessed. I thought the driver was in control of the route unless it was assessed to him. Now, if you drive for U.S. Express, Swift, or something like that, they'll give you an assigned route, a fuel route, as it may. You'll take this particular route and you go to these particular fuel stations. I think Prime does the same thing. If I'm wrong, my bad. Let me know in the comments below. But I thought that the driver was in control of the route. and to get there on time and get there safely. Not to be told afterwards, well, you should have took this route right here, or you should have took this route right. Why you didn't assess the route? How about that? How about that? I get lots of stories. I'm telling you. I get lots of stories, man. So instead of taking route A, the driver assessed the route that would help him out as far as parking goes. Unfortunately, it didn't work out. It didn't work out. And the driver, but the fleet manager, yeah, well, if you would have put the route in Google Maps wouldn't have routed you to that point. Well, let's look at Google Maps, sir. Let's look at Google Maps, because if driver A would have went up and took route A, and it wasn't going to get him at the place he needed to be in time, because he still had to take a 10-hour before he gets to, I don't know, wherever he needs to be. So instead, the driver looks at the map and said, ho, I can go here and shut down and still be out and still will be around the same amount of time that I would need to get up to point A or the rest of the way. Now you do that. You put it in, you roll. Why the fleet manager didn't call the driver mid-roll and say, hey, why not take route B instead? So yeah, I always say the relationship that you have with your recruiter. Listen, man, if you have a good relationship with your recruiter, man, God bless you. Because I tell you, there is an asshole in every place. It's going to be one. And in that driver situation, it was H. A, B, all the way down to, what's that, G? A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. All the way down to G, didn't have a problem with that driver. Driver was the best thing since sliced bread. But when H comes in, and you guys have a you guys have a dispatcher H at y'all place. Y'all may not have met him yet, but I guarantee you he's there, or she. Y'all have an H. The cap is real. Yeah, it is real. It is. Buying groceries is expensive as well. You ain't never lied about that, bro. Some companies now are starting at 38 cents per mile. They ain't now doing it. They've been doing it. They've been cutting back. Listen, before I get on up out of here on my one take, man, listen. And my one take is a little bit longer than expected. My fault. I ain't expected to go a whole hour on my one take rant. But I'm here to tell you that that companies are cutting back though. For real, for real. If you they looking for drivers that either been there for a minute or makes the most money to cut back on their costs. If they're able to save, let's say if a driver was making $1,500 a week, $1,500, $3,000, $6,000 a month. They cut that driver for whatever reason. That is $6,000 a month that they're saving. That is, let's see, 0. That is $7,200 a year that they're saving just by cutting that one driver that was making all that money. And that driver could have been the loyalist driver that they had. But for some odd reason, they need to cut back and save money. So they'll find a reason. Remember, this is an at-will state. They can get rid of you for anything. Can you go and sue for wrongful termination? Nah, they'll just sit there in front of your face and be like, no, we didn't tell you to use PC. Did I tell you to use PC? Nobody didn't tell you to drive with that ghost driver. They'll call him up and be like, hey, do you know anything about falsifying laws? No. We don't know what that driver is talking about. Sounds like Ray I Logistics. That's a company. You're only as good as your next load. Yeah, man. Yeah. Yep. Listen, I don't know if you guys heard me earlier, but the driver did tell me that he got a text saying that the client or the customers was more important than the driver. Tribe Express. Please don't try to micromanage. Oh, that's a whole nother man. Don't you know what? That's going to be my next one. So I'm not even going to go into it. But what I'm going to do right now, I do appreciate everybody joining the conversation. Or my one take. This is just, my one takes now. I'm just thinking about, conversations that I had with past drivers. And it sometimes doesn't necessarily has to be about trucking, because my first one take was about the video game, Def Jam. So definitely go and check that out if I hadn't put it in the members. If you guys want to become a member of the channel, you guys are welcome to it. It's only 99 cents a month to hook a brother up with some coffee. I really do appreciate that. We're different beasts over here, man. We're different beasts. I got conversations that I'm still editing. I got a lot of editing to do. I still got a lot of conversations to get up to you guys. And I appreciate you guys, listening, having something to go down the road. So if y'all like this channel, make sure you subscribe to it. Make sure you hit all your post notifications so you'll know when I go live and when I post. If you guys like to donate to the channel, you can do that. The Cash App is $Lockoutmen. I don't expect much. My thing over here is coffee. So if you guys want to hook a brother up with some coffee, I would appreciate that. I am going to let you guys know in the future that I only have a few more Make the Call episodes left. And I think after that's said and done, I think that series is pretty much going to be put to bed this year. So I really do appreciate you guys watching, supporting, sharing, giving me your stories. Let me know that those calls to those companies helped you out. What I might do is some flashback on a few of them, because the calls that I made to some companies are not in existence anymore, and it's good to go back just to listen to the conversation with the recruiter and how happy the recruiter was at the time that's trying to get you to come to their company that now folded. Who knew? Talk to Yellow Freight. Yellow lady on there was all gun ho. Yeah, Yellow Freight, 60 years in business, and we're going to be in business for 60 more years. Come on over here to us. We got you. Who knew in 2023 that Yellow Freight was going to go under? Not that recruiter for damn sure. And that was like maybe about 6 or 7 months before everything that happened when I talked to him. Who knew about Celadon? I had a conversation with them. They called me. I didn't even call them. Hey, Lockout. Hey, what's going on? We got a position for you over here at Celadon. Yeah, what you got? Man, listen, we've been in business for 50 years and we doing this for our drivers, and our drivers is happy over here. Here, listen to this testimonial right here. Oh, yeah, I've been here since, the age of time, and I love Celadon. I would never leave it. Years later, Celadon, one of the world's second, third, fourth, fifth mega carrier, has filed bankruptcy. And now all these drivers are stuck in limbo. Well, we didn't find out about the closing or anything like that until we saw it on the news. Driver, so tell us, how do you feel? Where were you when you got the news of Celadon closing down? I was all the way over in Oklahoma. I just got finished doing the load for them, and that's when I got the message of bring the trucks back to the yard, and that's going to be it. Driver, what about your money? You think you're going to get your last paycheck? They ain't even give us no word on the last paycheck or when we going to get our last 401k or anything like that. Well, Don, back to you in the studio. Who knew? So yeah, it'll be cool to do some flashbacks on the companies that I conversated with that's no longer in business right now. So it's gonna be a minute. I don't know when I'm going to start on it or when I'm going to do it or something like that, because like I said, I got a whole bunch of edits ahead of that. So, but again, thank you guys. I really do appreciate it. Hey, Victoriously Shay, what's good, Lockout? Hey, people will have to work. People will have to work wrong. Yes, I can sue. I done it. Hey, I hope it worked out for you. Hope you got something out of it. Good looking for the Jews. Good night and peace. And on that note, we are out of here.